Hey, third grade. Today off the supply table you need to get one white sheet of paper, you need to get one paper strip, and you're also going to get a picture of yourself. First thing I need to do is put my name on the back of my white sheet of paper. Mr. Calvert. And you are my 3 and either A, B, or C. Flipping it over. The very first thing I need to do is I need to carefully cut out all the way around my self-portrait. So I'm going to carefully follow along that line. Careful not to mess up. If you got glasses, make sure to cut around glasses. When you get to the hair, if you are having trouble knowing where to cut for your hair, sometimes you have little strands sticking out, let me know. It can be kind of tricky. I'm not going to try to cut around every single strand. You can see I trimmed some of my wild stuff that was sticking up off. I can help you out with that if you're not sure. After you got everything cut out, make sure to throw away your scraps. And you need to carefully glue down your self-portrait. You can glue yourself right in the middle. You can glue yourself off to one side. That's fine. Just make sure that you are touching the bottom of your paper. When I go to glue, today I need to be really careful with how I glue, because if I get glue on this background paper, my crayon when I go to color is not going to work. I also don't want to overdo it today because it's going to create a texture as well when I go to color on my face. So I'm just going to do dots just around the edge. Usually I tell you to put some in the center too. I'm not going to today. Got my glue on there, and now I can flip this over, carefully gluing it down like this. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take that strip of paper that I had, and we are going to be drawing lines going vertical and horizontal. So I'm going to line it all the way up to the side. Take your time with this part. If you make a mistake, it's going to show up. And I'm going to carefully draw a line. Even across myself, all right? You can see, might be able to see, I actually drew the line on top of my self-portrait. Once again, I'm going to line it up carefully. Draw a line all the way down. Doing it again, lining it up. Drawing it all the way down. After I've done a couple lines, I'm actually going to take my strip. I'm going to flip it around, because sometimes one end of the strip ends up a little bit thicker than the other. This kind of helps even that out. I'm going to do this all the way across. When you get to this last part, see this strip's a little bit wider. I could either trace another one and end up with a really skinny one, or I can just leave that last one. When you've got vertical lines going all the way across, now I need to do a whole bunch of lines going the other direction. This is going to make almost like a checkerboard. When you are this far, you are finished for the day. So I cut out my self-portrait, glued it down, making sure to use dots of glue. I just put dots right along the edge. Careful that it doesn't accidentally seep out of the edge too. Then you're going to take that strip. You're going to do vertical lines all the way across. Remember to flip your strip around every couple lines so it doesn't start getting crooked as you go across. Then you're going to do them going the other direction. Right, so you end up with like this checkerboard look. When you're done, we're going to put these at the bottom of the drying rack as low as they can go.